How are we doing, Robust family? Look, before this show starts, which I know you're going to enjoy, can I ask you just to do me a small favor? I need all of you to give a robust smash to that like and subscribe button. Why? Because it helps us a lot. We want to get this material out there, and it makes sure that you do not miss a breakfast show beat on this Liberty Radio YouTube channel. All right, guys, do it right now, and I'll see you in the show. Yeah, good morning. Good morning. It's the time. It's the break of dawn, and this is your breakfast show. I'm your host, Robert Ashitey, your robust presenter. And we're taking over now for the next 2 hours of power as you have had the light shine in the previous show. And guys, I'm so happy to be here this morning because it's a Tuesday on the breakfast show. And those of you on Do It DAB, you're getting more familiar with us, you're getting more used to us. Tuesdays is the Pursuit of Success Day. Yep, we look at tools, tips, and ideas in order to help us to take that next step to achieve our definition of success. And what could that be? There are some who say, look, so long as I can pay my bills each month, that's my definition of success, so more power to you. But there are those who say, you know what? I don't want to just pay my bills, but I want to create organizations, institutions, charities, or whatever it is, so that others can pay their bills, or so that I can employ more people and give jobs, so that, you know, whatever it is, wherever your idea is, wherever your definition of success is, we're here. We're on Tuesdays to have great ideas. So we normally have guests come in. We normally bring some different concepts to look at, and when we leave with things that we can hopefully put into practice and become much more better and stronger. All right. And joining me in the studios today, we have the man of sound himself. It's the one and only. Let him ascend from the high hills of Olympus. Let it marinate. That's right, guys. It's the man with the bronze cheekbones that look oh so nice. It's Colossus. Good morning to you, Colossus.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Good morning to you. How art thou?
Responding to your call.
Oh, this is so great. Oh, this is so great, dude. Seriously, even the music with the passion in your voice and the dulcet tones in your vocals. It's such a pleasure to have you with us, Colossus.
Yeah,
how's been
to be back.
Yeah, how's been your past couple of days, Colossus?
Be tough, but good.
Yeah. We had Jules in here yesterday. It's like she was driving a tank. Yeah, like so many things happen. She's like, she's trying to, and so yes, it's good. It's good to have you with us as well today. You're absolutely awesome, dude.
Yeah, thank you.
So you got the sound locked and loaded?
Yes.
Let's get the show on the road. And also joining me today in the studios, we have a special guest from the VYG of Croydon. It's my guy. It's the one and only Henry. Good morning to you, Superpower.
Good morning. Lovely to be here.
Hey, I like that voice, man.
Yes.
You feel free to put it there like that. Go on, this is there.
Competition.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Dude, you have a morning voice, you know?
I do.
You do, and you know it.
It comes more stronger in the morning, actually, yeah.
I know, tell me about it. Well, dude, it's great to have you with us this morning, and I know it's not easy waking up so fresh and early, but let me ask you, are you a morning person?
I'm a morning person. I'm transitioning back to be a morning person.
Okay.
We're in a transitional period.
Okay. What? So I guess you was previously some time before.
Yes.
But then you came into a bit of a morning shutdown.
Morning frenzy called sleeping more than needed.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I hear that. Well, look, you're here nice and early this morning, and it's great to have you with us. You're from the VYG in Croydon.
Yes.
What's Croydon like? What's it like over there in Croydon?
It's very explosive. From every week to week, it's explosive. Day to day, it's explosive. Yeah.
Did you hear that, Brian?
He said explosive.
Explosive.
Well, why?
I know, right? You feel that, innit? You feel that. He didn't say, yeah, it's good, we're good. No, he used the word, it's explosive.
That's the best way to describe it. When you see it, it's like, it's wow. You won't leave there. Yeah, you'll leave there completely shocked, honestly.
High energy.
High energy, constantly.
That is awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Well, see, so who says nothing? Well, Croydon gets a lot of stick in the media limelight, but clearly there are some good things happening in Croydon,
Yes.
right? Explosively good things. All right, guys. So Henry's going to be with us today. We was meant to have our guests. I don't know if the guy's still fighting. I'm not too sure, but we was meant to have Giovanni joining us this morning from Rich Young Minds, and he was traveling down. Unfortunately, it sounds like he had some issues with the coach. There's something that's happened with the coach. Obviously, since then he sent me a message. It's like he went off grid. I don't know if he went to slay a few dragons and like headlock a bull or something like that to like get down here. So I'm assuming hopefully he's still making his way down. I don't know, but if not, it's perfectly fine. All right, but we was going to be looking at his pursuit of success journey because Rich Young Minds has spiraled into something so powerful. Have you heard about this organization, Rich Young Minds?
Yes, I've seen it. Yeah, no, I've seen a couple of their things online before. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So it seems like there's a lot of success going around for young people, and imagine just simple ideas, you go out there and create something big. So guess what, we're going to pivot a little bit today, because one of the biggest drawbacks to someone having a rich young mind or pursuing their definition of success is a double-minded mind. Oh, double-minded. This thing here, that thing there, what's that word? It grates me. A double mind.
It grates you.
It grates you. I think that's the terminology they use. It grates me. It grates me. So it's like it makes me feel very uncomfortable. I don't like it. You know what I mean? Because why? So many of us have dreams. Many of us have ideas. We have aspirations. We have things that we need to do. We have incremental things that we need to do to help us to achieve the big thing. But guess what? For some reason, we get destabilized because of a double mind. All right, so we're going to be looking more into that today. We're going to give you some tips to help you to overcome that, or if you see that creep up with you. And it's something that happens with everybody, right?
Yeah,
it's something that happens. I know that with me, especially in the beginning of my faith, as soon as I sense a double mind coming, I just cut and I'll make a decision.
Yeah,
I just
simple as
I just make a decision. All right, and so we're gonna go more into it. We're going to go more into today. You ever thought of getting into radio?
Thought of it.
Yeah.
I like hearing my voice as well. Yeah.
Yeah, like you like, I mean, like literally, I'm here right now, and like your voice is very prominent.
Yeah, it is, surprisingly.
That's interesting. I can imagine your mom looking at you like, remember you when you was like a squirmy kid back in the day with like little soft, and you turned into a big dude.
But that's the funny thing, my voice was always, well, the moment I was growing up, my voice was always even a little bit kind of like deeper on that side. It was a bit more prominent than my older brother. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude. Ladies, what do you think, man? When you hear this brother's voice, what comes to your mind, man? Is that I'm going to melt? I mean, like I know everyone be composed, but yeah, it's all like to do, man. Yeah, in Breakfast Show we like to connect people, Yeah, it's a good opportunity, like to connect people all over the world. You don't know who's watching you. You just don't know. Cause J Amor, could be the J Amor. I see her, she sees you. Oh. It's J Amor in the morning. It's J Amor in the evening. J Amor on the Breakfast Show. That's what we do. You see her, she sees you. You don't know what to do. Ooh, it is J Amor. So hard to leave. It is J Amor. All right, guys, this is it. So just thank you, Colossus, for sneaking that one in. You forced me into a corner and I had to respond. But yeah, it's not Thursday. Thursday we speak about relationship power, and we look at tools, tips, and ideas to have good relationships with ourselves, those around us, romantic relationships. That's on Thursdays. But today, let's keep it strictly about business. All right, business, and a double mind. All right, so a double mind. I mean, how common is that among young people?
Very common, very, very common, like more than you think, down to simple decisions, but even those big life choices. And I think it's come to like not giving thought to something a lot, like when you don't take the time to think, that's when you get stuck, I say, with a double-minded mind.
when you don't take much thought to something. Well, apparently, I went to Perplexity AI. All right, Perplexity AI has become my number one friend. Yes, and apparently about 20% of people suffer with indecisiveness. 20%, and I thought it would be a lot more. I actually thought it would be a lot more. But it says here prevalence among Christians, so those who believe in God, who have faith, 30 to 40% experience it.
That's crazy. That's
right?
a crazy statistic.
And that's from Course Pivot. All right, so it's obviously it's an academic one. So it's quite common. All right, and we can lose a lot of opportunities. Maybe we have listeners who are listening right now, and maybe because of a double mind, you had to make a split decision, and maybe you made no decision, right? Maybe even today, like right now, because we've had a changing guest. We had no guests. We had a guest that was meant to come.
Yeah.
We've had to switch things. I think even saw during the table, right? It was like
There's a lot going
brought
on.
something. There was a lot going on, but there had to be like, no, that's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
But the challenge we have in life, sometimes we feel so uncomfortable to make a solid decision. So we're going to be going more into it, and we'd love to hear from you guys. We've got a morning coffee question to start the day off today, and we want to hear you guys' thoughts. We want to hear from you lot, because like we always say, you guys actually make the show. So Colossus, what's the morning coffee question for today, please? Yes.
So the morning coffee question for today is...
He's got such a nice voice, such a nice Henry. Do you hear his
Very
voice?
smooth.
It's smooth. Yeah, it's very smooth. It's awesome. Yeah, go ahead, mate.
Ever felt torn between two decisions, like your faith says go, but your fear says wait?
All right, this is it. So have you ever felt torn between two decisions? Your faith says go, but your fear says wait. All right, or otherwise. All right, you just didn't do anything. We want to hear your story. We want to hear your experience, especially also if you overcame it. All right, or if there was a loss because of it. Share with us today. Breakfast Show, we're not negatrons here. We don't dwell in their negativity. However, we're very honest, and we do show how we can overcome a situation, how we can identify a situation and overcome it. That's what we love to do here on the Breakfast Show. Keep it raw, keep it real, and we do it with vim and gusto inside of our heart. All right, so have you had a situation that's caused you to be torn between two minds? All right, Henry, what's your one?
A couple of years ago, I was in college at the time, so I was doing it was in college for a year, and then I applied to an apprenticeship, I remember. And then because I was going to college at the time, you can't do both. You either do one or the other. And so it was a very long deliberation. I was speaking to my head of faculty. I was speaking to even my mum at the time, and I didn't know what to do. I ended up passing on that opportunity for that apprenticeship, even though I could tell that they really actually did like me.
Wow.
But
where did the doubt come from? What was the doubt?
Because I was unsure if I take the apprenticeship route, what would happen and things
what the future would be.
Yeah, because when it's like straight education, it's just there you go, you're done.
Yeah. So was there a sense of regret?
A bit of a sense of regret for that one, because I was thinking, it probably would have been better in the long run.
Yeah, I mean, because what was the alternative, right?
Oh, the alternative was, of course, just to stay in college. Finish my course, which I did do. I did finish the course and everything. But then, of course, like, when you look at this day and age, people look at what you've actually done, like your actual projects, your actual work experience. And so, like, that apprenticeship was like a golden opportunity at the time.
Wow. So you didn't see it? You didn't see it that way, or you just lacked information?
I saw it that way, but then I was still unsure. I was still unsure because I was fearing, okay, what if things don't go right and things like this.
The things that you can't control in the future that don't exist yet.
Yeah.
It happens. And that sounds good. And I can hear it in your voice like, oh, that's a good one. Now, today we're looking at the subject of, in the pursuit of success, a double mind. How detrimental is a double mind? The worst feeling a human being can have, in my opinion, is regret.
Yes.
One of the worst feelings. The moment I gave my heart to Jesus, and I encountered the miracle of having a new life, a new heart. All the past had been forgiven. Everything's new, clean slate with God. One of the first things that came to my mind was this, that you know what? with this new existence that I have, as much as is in my power, I'm gonna minimize the regret. Because in life, there's chances are things that can happen in life. I understood that much. It's not gonna be a perfect road here and there, but as much as I can, I'm gonna mitigate the regret. So I'm gonna pursue everything with all my heart, all my strength. Wherever it is, I'm gonna go with boldness. That was my decision at 19, and it served me well. However, being a human being, guess what? Things happen. And one of my biggest examples that stayed in my head is in VYG. Now, some people might say, "Oh, VYG." No, listen, man. Things happen in that group. Things happen in that place. Yes or no?
Yeah.
You're in competition, things going on. I know it is pursuit success, but I want to give you an example, all right, which relates to this. And basically what it was actually in the last team that I was the angel of, and it was Gad versus Simeon. Well, there were two other teams, but usually there's two at the top that are battling, right? And then you have two that are kind of battling at the bottom. I don't know why that occurs, but it was occurring. Anyway, so what happened is we had a task to make this success video, right? And so, pure style, we're like, guys, we're gonna go all in. All right, we're gonna go all in. Instead of getting one person, we're gonna get 5. We're gonna go to prominent people, we're gonna go to actors, we're gonna go to actresses. That's what we had in mind straight away. We passed that to the team. We went undercover, went to the Gherkin, went to events. I even got the video. If you want to, I'll send the link into the chat, into the Breakfast Show broadcast Telegram. But we got Peggy from EastEnders.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
We got a world champion, boxing champion. What's his name? I can't remember. We got a world boxing champion anyway. We got Bishop Renato when he was nowhere to be found in the UK because he'd literally just gone. We managed to catch him in a split second with him to put the cherry on the top of the cake. We got Arsenal's Kieran Gibbs. We got Kieran Gibbs as well. At that time, he was really big at that time.
Yeah.
And we got Damien Lola Taylor's dad. Okay. All right. So probably those you don't remember. But anyway, so what happened is, so we had this video edited. We did everything, and then it was a face off because we were doing so well. Whoever you face off again, they will lose extra points.
Oh, yeah.
So what happened is we were like, all right, let's go, let's do this. All right, let's go. We know we prepared ourselves. The other team now, they had someone that had a really big mouth. All right, he had a really big mouth. He had a really big, and I'm like, no, we've got them in the pocket. But then the way they were acting, they were like, come on. I'm like, So I'm assessing the situation too much.
Yeah.
And after they were like, and the pastor was like, okay, maybe we should give it to another team. I'm like, no, pastor, we're ready. But I didn't push it enough. I should have grabbed it and said, now come on then. But I was like, and I let it go. Yeah. I let it go because of the bravado. I was like, and so guess what happened? We smashed everybody with our one. We smashed everybody. We beat everybody. Know we defeat everybody, but we would have inflicted more harm on that other team if I was a bit more. Come, we're gonna smash you back. Yeah, and I kind of let it, and I felt really bad about that. I felt really bad. So sometimes we have situations that bark loudly, even though we've done our best to prepare, and we don't go all in as we should. Yeah. So that was a double-minded moment. Do you think less of me now?
No, that happens. That happens because it's just a moment of uncertainty. Yeah. In that moment of uncertainty, that's when you, like you said, you usually just stamp your foot down immediately. But in that situation, you just didn't. Yeah.
And I thought, we could have just done more damage to them if we just to embrace them into the fire that we were in. Yeah. But I even think about it now, I feel terrible. I feel sad. Yeah, double-minded, guys. Double mind. There you go. Nobody else probably noticed that. Nobody else paid attention to that. But it was in my head. It was in my head, and it was like, and until I look, like how many years later I'm still speaking about it now, right? And that's the worst thing about a double mind. We miss opportunities like that for various reasons. Okay, make us second guess ourselves. We got who we got here? We got. David said, I answered MCQ on WhatsApp. I got you, David. I got you. All right, so let's have a look to see what David over there in Stamford Hill is saying about today's morning coffee question. Ever felt torn between two decisions, like your faith says go, but your fear says wait? Let's have a look. My gosh, let's go.
For me, I had two decisions to make when it comes to what I'm doing with my DJing. Which two bookings? Which two bookings? Because I didn't know which one to choose. But I was just thinking.
Ooh, that's tough. Sorry.
Do I choose that one? It was.
Imagine you got a business, you got an opportunity.
Yeah.
You've developed it to a point where you are doing it. Obviously, it solely depends on you.
Yes.
And you have 2 bookings. Right now, I don't know if it's going to go more into details what the bookings were offering, but they just look like both bookings. But you know, the thing about one booking or one client, they can bring so much more to your business.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Let's see how this unravels. Go, David.
Thinking, do I choose that one or do I choose that one? It was very hard. It was very hard because one was a wedding and one was a different booking.
Okay.
It was not easy, but I had to leave it in God's hands, and I chose the right one at the end.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta go for it.
Yeah.
Right. A decision is better than no decision.
100%.
Right. And yeah, I think that's one of the things, right? That's just the way it goes. A decision is better than no decision. Just make a decision, you know. So some of you right now listening, you're like David, completely on the fence. And obviously, I think like in your case, you didn't have as much you had information, but maybe if you had a bit more time to gather information, you know. But yeah,
would have been a more straightforward decision.
Yeah. It's not easy. I hate this double-minded thing, man. It gets on my nerves. I really hate it. All right, let's see. We got Lady Jazz is in the house, and also we got Mercy here. It says, "Morning. I'm in the line. I've called into the studio. Let's see. Colossus. Oh, yeah. Is that there? Okay. Let's have a look. Let's see.
Let's try.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. All right. Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Hey, hi. Who's speaking?
He's from Cardiff.
Hey, Mercy from Cardiff. Good morning to you, Superpower. Great to have you with us.
Thank you.
I love how you strategically make good use of the WhatsApp line. Say, look, come on, man, me calling. Well, I'm sure.
It's because I'm trying to get ready for work, so I'm like, let me take a call in.
Wonderful. All right, it's great to have you with us, Mercy, all the way over there in Cardiff. So we have our morning coffee question for today. We asked, ever felt torn between 2 decisions, like your faith says go, but your fear says wait, or even no? What are your thoughts? What's been your experience?
So I have 2 big decisions I've had to make, and I was brought up like Christian, but now it was faith. It was only God. So the first one, which was really pivotal, was when I moved to Cardiff.
Yep.
So I was 19, and I was only supposed to move here for 2 weeks holiday with my cousin.
That's life-changing, right?
Yeah. So I was supposed to come back and be like, I'm going to go to uni and stuff like that. But I chose to stay. It's on God. Because coming from a person like that I have to think of all the pros and cons, I have to really sit back, analyze. Everything was telling me not to stay. But it was one of the best decisions I made.
Okay.
And then the second...
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so the second one was when I came to Cardiff, I started working in a business. And I really grew and flourished there. So from 19 to 23, I was at building a rapport with the manager. She was giving me a lot of responsibilities. And I was sort of at a crossroads after COVID.
Yeah.
I had to pick whether I was going to take over the business. That eventually started making me... I wasn't happy there anymore.
Oh,
like,
really?
There was something missing, yeah.
So it started off good, it started off favorable,
Yeah.
what you like, but afterwards it's like, you know what, I'm a bit, this isn't doing it for me as much as it did before.
Yeah.
That can happen,
And I was
right?
going through a lot of... It can. And I was going through a lot of things in my personal life as well. So it was sort of interlinking. And it was really like everything telling me, like, it's time to leave. It's time to grow. It's time to... Because when you're working with someone for so long, you hide behind them.
Gotcha.
So I wasn't meeting my full potential. I didn't really believe in myself.
Oh, wow.
And once again, it was like am I going to take that leap of faith? I didn't know it was leap of faith at the moment, but looking back, it really was. And I remember, I think she was even surprised that I said, I'm going to leave.
Wow.
It was really like, no, Mercy's going to be here.
You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of Jacob and Laban.
Oh, yes.
Right? It's like, look, Jacob, what are you saying you going, man? You're good, man. Yeah, you're good, man. I take care. You got everything you need. Jake, we talking about, Jacob. I know that thing happened with Leah and my daughters. Don't worry, that's behind us. But look, you got everything you need. What do you need to go pick up yourself and start walking in the wilderness again? What's wrong with you, man? It's one of those crossroad moments.
Yeah, it's like them things when you feel secure, like when you have security, like in this situation with Mercy, you have the option to either stay there or go into uncertainty.
Yeah, and imagine you left uncertainty to go there, and it became your blessing.
Right.
But even with time, the blessing, it's like God is like, it's time to move on.
Yeah.
Nice.
And to conclude it, looking back now, when I left the business, I literally hit rock bottom. So it was almost like that business was I was holding on to, making it seem like life was okay, everything was okay. So when I left the business, I hit rock bottom and I found God. So looking back now, that was the greatest thing I could have ever done. And it really taught me that, okay, Mercy, yes, it's important to think about decisions. You can't be impulsive and emotional. But at the same time, God sometimes pushes you, like, get out. Because he knew that, like, I wasn't going to go otherwise. If I was so happy, I was going to stay there.
Yeah, it's
and
true.
Because you built a rapport with your boss, you don't want to let people down.
Yep.
You don't want to make people look at you like you're irresponsible.
Yep.
But it was really my time to go. And it was really a blessing, and I'm here now. So I'm happy.
Amen. This is great, superpower. This is a great example, right?
Yeah.
So, look, because you've got a double mind where you take no decision. However, sometimes discomfort comes and forces us to make a decision, right? Like Mercy, you just said, it's like the children of Israel. I'm sure that if Egypt remained kind to them, they would never have been in the promised land. They would have forever stayed in Egypt. If Egypt didn't become, because it was a blessing at first, it solved their problem, right? Jacob, he's like, come on, Joseph. Come on, everyone, come on, Grandpa Isaac, come on, yeah. Everyone, oh, yeah, we're there, we got a nice piece of land, we got a good setup. You know what I mean? And it was, if it stayed sweet, there would be no promised land. There would have been no great patriarchs of faith. There would have been, you know what I mean? They would have just been under the umbrella of Egypt, and Egypt would be saying, yes, we make them a blessing. But guess what? Things needed to turn sour. And otherwise, they would have just stayed comfortable. And I think Mercy's story is a very good example of this. Mercy, you bless us consistently. She had to run to work. All right, well, Mercy, I know you're still listening. Thank you so much for that. You are. Let me point to the sky. I'm crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm fine. All right, guys. Well, that was good. That was really good. Oh, by the way, we've got the one and only Jules joining us this morning. How you doing, Jules?
Good morning. I'm okay. No, I'm okay.
Why did you say no? You're okay. No one said you're not okay.
No, I'm saying now I am okay.
Now you're okay. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Now I am.
Yeah. This morning you almost run someone over.
No,
bike,
why
right?
did you
What? I'm just
stop
saying.
airing out my dirty laundry?
What do you mean? No, I mean you're a road warrior. You and that bicycle, you're dangerous. Clearly,
They don't need to know. It's okay. They don't need to know.
All right. Oh, yeah. This is where she works, guys. So DAB. No, I'm glad you're
Imagine
okay.
he's listening on
I know,
DAB.
that's what I was thinking. I was just thinking
Defamation of character.
I'm glad you're okay, Jules.
You just can't get
Jules,
into it because
we're glad you're okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're glad you're safe. Yeah, just next time, she leaves out about 6:30 a.m. and if you're driving and you're walking on the pavement, just look out for these these glaring eyes from Jules. But you're okay though. You're feeling good.
Yes,
You recovered.
yes.
It's that Polish
Better.
blood in your veins. You're solid. Seriously, some people
I would hope.
People be shaken up.
No, I was. I did. Oh my god. You should have heard the voice that I sent my manager this morning.
See, she recovers so quickly. It's that Polish DNA.
Yeah.
It's like John Wick people. You know those John Wick people, like they're just like tough. Unfazed.
Yeah.
Awesome. It's great to have you with us.
Casual day.
All right, so guys, it's the morning time. It's your breakfast show, and we're looking at the subject of a double mind. All right, so we was meant to have Giovanni join us this morning. Unfortunately, he has had a bit of a challenge, especially with the coach. And but we're looking.
Birmingham coaches, man.
Yeah, I didn't know it was coming from Birmingham. I thought it was in the area already. Like, you know,
Oh.
but the guy brother's fine.
I think he was from Birmingham.
Yeah, he's from Birmingham. Hey, just a quick interruption. I know you're enjoying the show, but don't forget, if you haven't already, robustly smash the like and subscribe button. Do it now! Do it now! We posed a morning coffee question. We got Lady Jazz dropping a beautiful pearl on the line. We're going to listen to that shortly. But Henry, you're with us today. How are you finding it so far?
Good morning, everyone. I'm finding it good so far. I like the word that you said, actually. It can sabotage your success, you know? Because it's like, with a double mind, it's like, it's no actually, per se, there's no external person. It's just mainly what you have to do.
Yeah. It's like just you, yourself, and your eye, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's interesting. I mean, we got our sound man, Colossus, on the line, tinkering away there on the sound. How you doing, mate?
Good.
Holding it down?
Yes.
Yeah, we're all having a bit of a laugh today because our road warrior, Jules, you know, was on the news today.
You're not going to let me breathe, isn't it? You're not going to let me rest.
I'm just impressed. I'm impressed by how composed you are. You've done really well. Yeah, so good morning to you, Jules.
I'm shocked as well. Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Yeah, holding down. No one would think that you went and like, you know, you know.
No one knows actually, still, apart from you guys.
Yeah. Well, you handled it very well. You handled shock and terror very well, you know. So double mind. What are your thoughts on this subject now that you parachuted in? I know you just inhaled and exhaled. Share your thoughts
about being a double-minded in general, like in business, in finances. In general,
because it seeps into our personal lives and success easily, isn't it?
I would say, and I think I've definitely struggled with this, and sometimes, I'll be honest, I still struggle with this. I think overthinking plays such a huge part, because sometimes it's not like, define double-minded to me. It's like you're in two minds about everything. Like, you always consider, because I think there can be like,
shall I go or shouldn't I go? Shall I do or shouldn't I do?
But is it because you're calculating the risks? Is it because you're calculating both options, side of a story, you know, pros and cons, or is it because you're not certain in anything that you do?
I think it depends on the scenario, depends on the individual, right? So it could be, you could be presented with two choices and you need to make a decision, or it could be a choice presented to you, but should you go for it or not? And the reason being could be because of fear, or it could be because of two different voices or opposing thoughts you have in your head, and you wrestle to choose one, you know? So dealing with that double mind, it's a broad subject. It affects us in different ways, but obviously it's how we react to the scenario of choice.
I think, I'm just thinking about when I've had a double-minded situations. I think there have definitely been like opportunities that it's like, I know I want to take, I know it's good for me to take, but I'm scared. And it kind of makes me like think, do you know what's funny? I think it's so irrational having a double-minded mind, because I'm trying to think back to when these circumstances, these situations would happen.
Yeah.
And it's not that I'm considering what could go wrong, because nothing is actually going to go wrong. Like, let's say, for example, and this is so funny, I'm bringing up this example, Giovanni had an event last year at the beginning of the year. It was a networking event, and there was a chance at the end for people to come on stage, kind of introduce themselves, say a bit about themselves, what they got from the event, etc. I wanted to go, but in my mind, it's like, oh my gosh, no, I'm so scared. But when I think back now, there wasn't actually no rational reason as to why, because what's the worst that can happen?
That's right. What is the worst that can happen? Yeah.
So I think, yeah.
It's weird. It's wicked, isn't it?
And
it's really evil. Because even just before the time when we introduced the subject, I was saying how after I gave my life to God, and I could see within myself that everything is new. Everything is new. New slate, new. And I had said to God like this, that, you know, with all the strength and power I have, as much as is in my power, I'm going to reduce regret as much as possible. That's literally what I said to God. That's literally what I understood as I've encountered.
But what do you mean by reduce regret? What do you mean? As in, like, never hold yourself back and then think, oh, I should have done this.
As in, I'm going to go. I'm gonna choose. That's why I hate double-mindedness so much, because it can promote regret. It can create regret. Something that I should have done. Someone I should like love. Imagine you were single, like, and love therapy. Someone's right there, and you probably seen the person the whole time, and because of a fear, because of what somebody else said, who shouldn't really be saying anything involving the subject, you know, you don't go, or you're afraid to go. You're afraid to speak, and you only think of what could have happened. Worst feeling ever. Worst human feeling. I mean, there's other worst feelings, like, you know, persecution, you're getting your head chopped off. But like what I'm saying, well, that doesn't last as long. But what I'm saying is that regret is a horrible sensation. And so what that created in me personally is an attitude of, let's go. No feelings, no emotion, just the objective. Oh, that's where it comes from now. Oh, right. It was just articulating into words. So it's a thing of, wherever the feelings are, stay rational. You know what I mean? No emotion. I'm going to get that involved. Okay, stay rational. What are the options? Just the objective. All right, just go. Choose something and go. The consequences, if I've gone in faith, the consequences, I'm ready to face them. It's better than no decision.
Yeah.
It's better than none, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, you know, when you're stuck in between two options, and then you don't do nothing, regret comes, and then it's like it promotes you doing the same thing again and again and again, because it's like you're always thinking what could have been. And when you're thinking what could have been, it's like now another options come, another two options have presented itself to you, another opportunities, and I was like, what do I do? What do I do? Because I didn't do I didn't know what to do last time. Now what about this time? What's going to happen?
It takes away strength.
Yes.
It takes away power, you know. So it really is a place where you can just marinate there, and it becomes part of your character. But it's not you. It's not us. It's not really who we are. And here's something interesting. I've got Lady Jazz here. She shared a comment here related to today's morning coffee question. But before I play that, I want to give you some symptoms of a double mind. Some symptoms, and this is for us to kind of all have a look at. All right, if it pokes you on the side, be like, in your heart. All right, so look, symptoms of a double mind: indecision, fatigue. You constantly second guess yourself, even after making a decision. Should I, shouldn't I, becomes your daily soundtrack. James 1:8, unstable in all his ways. Right? Number 2, faith today, doubt tomorrow. One moment you're full of faith, the next you're full of fear. You pray believing, but later act as if God won't come through.
Deep.
Number 3, endless overthinking, analysis paralysis. You spend more time with more time analyzing than acting. Your brain runs marathons while your feet stand still.
That's crazy. You know the. I actually had an example like this a couple of Sundays ago. You know, when you're jogging on a spot versus actually going somewhere. Someone was jogging on a spot, and it's like you're not going anywhere because you're just jogging on a spot.
Yeah, like you're supposedly moving, but you're not actually going anywhere.
So there's a lot of activity, but you're going nowhere.
Yeah.
There's energy being spent, but you're not making any progress. Billy Bow! It's tough. It's tough. It's my field. All right. Number 4, need for consent or confirmation. You keep asking for signs before you move, even when God's already shown you. I'll go if it rains. No, wait. If it doesn't rain. We start getting superstitious, right? We start.
But I think this can even come from, it's like you have your approval from God, but now you're waiting for validation from others to make you feel secure in that. And I have definitely experienced that. Oh my gosh, how many times it's like, I know I have peace doing what I know I need to do, but then it's like if someone else approves of it, then I have even more peace. It's like, okay, it's like it creates another safety net. It creates like another security, if you know what I mean. So definitely.
That's true. Remember that song? Take hold of Jesus' hand
and go.
You see, his voice, man. This guy's voice. So there's situations where it's like I think even on Thursdays, right, we've spoken about this, how like when you're looking at somebody or dating them, it really is all on you. It really is all on you for God, that God's going to show you the signs, that God is going to show that this isn't the person who I thought, even after you started the dating process. Even, for example, you have those who look after your soul, you have those who have spiritual authority over you. They might even say, the person looks good.
Yeah.
But then you're dating the person, and then God might bring something to you or bring something into your heart and be like, something's not right. Listen to it. You know, Bishop Macedo calls it the holy doubt. The holy doubt. And I've shared it once on a Thursday where he was in a restaurant with the lady he was dating. It was not Esther. And she just said one word to him, and all of a sudden it's like God struck his heart. It was like,
Sonny, right.
if she's like this now, so imagine in the future. And it wasn't nothing big, but it's something that came to his heart. And if you ask anyone, everyone would say, she's right. She's the one. But God had to speak to her. So there are some situations where it's like, we have to take hold of Jesus' hand and go.
Yeah.
You know, there's some things which will disqualify, but God has shown it to us. You know, so we really need to have that close intimacy with God. It's so important, and we can't put it on anybody else. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We have to like be so serious with our life so much that we need to be mature and be like, okay, God, XYZ. Okay, I've got all this information to work with. Okay, but God, show me. Even to the last minute, show me.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Now, I was going to say, as you were even saying before about the example of Bishop Macedo, is that it was his duty to now do the character check.
Yeah.
As much as you can have others, giving you advice and what you should do, and your life is your duty. That's as simple as it gets.
Drop it like it's hot. Your life is your duty. All right, we've got a comment here in the live chat. Mercy said, thank you. Always glad to help. I had to go because I'm getting ready for work, but I'm still listening in. You're the best, Mercy. You know you are. David says, big up Stanford, Hillian, Julia.
Come on.
And then we have Anonymous saying, good morning all, may the God of Abraham bless you abundantly. All right, so we're looking at a double mind. We're giving you 10 symptoms of a double mind. Maybe this is something that you have been struggling with, and as we're posing these symptoms, it's something that you can actually put into prayer. It's something that you can actually say to God, like, because sometimes we're not too sure how to articulate what we're experiencing. Sometimes we ask amiss, right? It's written. So maybe you need constant confirmation. So maybe you can articulate that to God in your prayer. Maybe you realize that you're endless overthinking, analysis paralysis. My God, help me with this overthinking. Calm my mind. Give me your direction. 2, faith today, doubt tomorrow. Lord, keep me in the same faith tomorrow. I refuse, if this is from you, I refuse to always be unstable. And indecision, fatigue, instead of second guessing yourself, seek for God's direction to be more firm. We're going to go for a timeout. All right, when we come back, we're going to give you 5 more, and we're going to show you some solutions to overcome a double mind, okay? Let's take these roots out, okay? But we've got here a word from Lady Jazz, sharing her answer to the morning coffee question for today. Lady Jazz, speak to us, please.
Good morning, breakfast family. So the answer to the morning coffee question is in terms of my my favorite hobby, which is Pilates. So I've been doing Pilates for about 4 years as a hobby, and I'm currently teaching it in my workplace. However, I did get requests and suggestions of doing it further. And I recently went through a fear that if I put myself out there, it could go wrong, because I've come across people that has done things like this and it went wrong for them. So I did have that fear, but I'm currently overcoming it by seeking further training and also exploring more opportunities, which you guys will later on find out. So it's a fear that I'm overcoming, but I don't know how long it's going to take. But I'm putting myself out there now. So it's a fear that I'm currently overcoming, and it's about faith now for me. So my next goal is the career pathway in Pilates. So that's what I'm currently doing right now, whilst maintaining my other employment in teaching. All right, then take care. Have a good day.
Nice.
Oh, sorry.
Wow, that was nice, right?
Yeah, that's actually very good.
Right, we got some good news out of that one, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna say something.
Yeah, no, like what she's doing is like, of course she's still in the process of overcoming, but it's like you're taking a step, you know, you're saying like go.
Yeah, we feel fear, but we go anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was it? What was that word I got from Bishop? We did back in the day, did a program on Liberty Radio, and he quoted this passage. It goes like this: courage isn't the absence of fear, but the one who fears but goes anyway. Yeah. So you feel fear is normal, right?
Yeah.
Or even we could even say in our case concerning double mind, because that's where the double mind comes from, right? Fear says don't go, but there's something in you saying go. Do the Pilates, right?
Yeah.
But then you have two options. Which one shall I go for? So there's always something. So fear splits us in two to cause the double-mindedness. But then obviously there's the options. But when it comes to fear, but go anyway. It's such a nice feeling when, you know, you felt afraid of something, but you go anyway. Guys, who's ever experienced that? You're like, you was like, you know, especially universal
All
family,
the
right?
time.
All the time.
All the
Right?
time.
And you go and do it, and you're like, yeah.
After it, you're just like,
You know what I mean? It just works out.
Yeah, you're like, what was I actually afraid of? Like, but then you realize it's your mind that causes you to do this whole make up scenarios that are not even true, you know?
Mental gymnastics.
Yeah.
You know, like the Black Widow person? Yeah, when you got the black, like, top like that. Black Widow, like, you know, she's an Avenger.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's an Avenger.
Take it as a compliment.
Yeah.
Even so quickly, just to say, you know when you're saying how you feel fear, but you go anyway, you encounter this a lot in VYG. Like, even to say with that task, you would have never spoken to all of those people that you spoke to if you allowed fear to stop you, because you just thought one was fine, but you said no, we're gonna go for 5, which may have made some people feel like, whoa, that's a bit much.
I never saw it that way. You're so right. Imagine, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I never thought. You see, to sometimes, you know what? I think God has a way of doing things where life is a training ground for us.
Yeah.
So, for example, if you told Abraham after 5 years walking with the Lord to kind of like survive in the wilderness, he'd be like,
nope.
No. After 5 years, he'd be like, standard procedure, bruv.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But if he said to someone else, yeah, come on, we're going to go survive in the wilderness, they'd be like,
You crazy?
You're mad.
so like every time we overcome the double-mindedness, every time we go and put ourselves out there, that becomes our new normal. We learn to acclimatize in the face of challenge.
Yes.
And I think that's the part of about pursuing success, right? Because success doesn't have a real destination.
That's what I was gonna say. I feel like success is always changing. So I think, especially being double-minded, your mind also has to constantly change. Your mind constantly has to adapt because that goal is always changing. So let's say your mind is going in this direction, but then success shifts to this direction.
Yeah.
If you're not able to have a flexible mind that's not just broken by any little change, you will never actually achieve success. Of course, depending on whether success is to a person, but yeah.
Yeah, you know? Because imagine, like, because of that boisterous opponent, right? I'm like, maybe I shouldn't push as much. But already we've done so much crazy. We went there, we got Peggy from EastEnders to say yes to us.
Yeah.
We literally...
Wait, what is this about? Because I think I missed this one. What's going on? Peggy from EastEnders.
Yeah, so basically we had a task, right, where we had to do a video on success. So we had to find a successful person. We had to interview them. All right? So there were 4 teams in Brixton and the teams went. So our team, GAD, we was like, we're not going to get 1 6, we're going to get 5. So first we passed the vision. We passed the energy of how we're going to do it. We're going to get some prominent people. So those, by that time who were in the team, they already knew how we wrote how we were, and they were like, let's go. So we broke into the Gherkin. Yeah, we smuggled our way into the Gherkin. Just so happened, we're like, no, so I'm going to find somebody. All right, get in there, got a badge. Like, was in there, like, got the arrested soldiers. We snuck in there, got in there after the event, was managing knocking all these famous people out all at once.
Be careful because you're on DAB and they may not know the context.
Okay. So yeah, because it was a youth group, it was a youth task, right? So, but you know, it was okay.
Metaphorically speaking, please. He doesn't literally mean smuggling, by the way.
No, but like I had to talk my way in there. So we talked our way in there, and we got in there, and we got badges and all that kind of stuff.
Wow.
So
Strong.
And afterwards, and so we made this amazing video, and so that took courage, right? That took no double-mindedness, we're doing this, and we're coming out with a result.
Literally, and because of that, it's like you didn't have time to like give into what the fear said or to be double-minded. You just went, because that's what we're deciding to do. There's no time to feel.
That's it. And then you're speaking to this celebrity, and you have to speak on the spot with this celebrity. That probably didn't have time to prepare or plan in your mind, but you get it done. So we're going to have opportunities like that in our work, in our business, whatever we're trying to create, whatever we're trying to develop.
Yeah.
You know, Giovanni's going to come up in here today. He's going to speak about networking. You know, if he was to be here, how much courage is needed, right? How much you have to like eliminate that double-mindedness and just say, you know what, I'm going to get this done. I'm going to make the most of this networking event, even though I'm probably an introvert.
Yeah.
Or I'm not an introvert, but I just don't know. I feel awkward in certain settings. You know, it's so easy to happen. I've actually got a video here that I want to show to you guys, where it's one of Giovanni's networking events. I think, let me see, let's play the next one, the one next, yeah. All right, and these are some of the guests that he has in these events. So we're going to organize another day that he's going to join us. And probably hopefully next week Tuesday we'll see what happens, but these are some of the guests of in his event. You can be sure they have had to fight with a double mind to get to where they are. All right, so let's have a listen to this, guys. Check it out. It's your breakfast show.
3 years of becoming a property multi-millionaire. It took me 1 year to become a property millionaire. 11 months to be specific.
What does that mean?
Eviction.
Elijah, you are the 2020.
Ramsey, winner of Eviction 2024, is a rising star in UK property scene. From a broke architecture graduate to a financially free deal sourcer, he's carved a powerful path through strategy, grit, and vision.
When you won that, your prize was to get a whole week with Samuel Lee. So what was that like?
Before it happened, I kept asking Samuel, like, what do I need to learn? What do I need to do?
I'm Shaz, also known as Where's Shaz, and over the last 5 years, I've helped countless investors and home buyers get the funding they deserve. And now I'm here in Dubai to help make finance easy for everyone.
I founded a 7-figure business at the age of 23, and these are 3 things that I learned. Point number 1, grades are not everything. I left school with terrible grades, and I didn't let that slow me down at all. Point number 2, trust the process.
From a uni student sharing finance tips online to becoming one of the leading voices of Gen Z in business, he built his platform giving young people the game, showing them how to save, invest and take control of their money. This is Paku Banks.
Hey guys, my name is Sean Davis and I run a multi-7-figure social housing organisation. One of the strategies that I do is called temporary and emergency accommodation.
Yes, you know, because whatever the boy them a tell her, for her to completely change her mind. How can you say you want to kick a man out and the next minute you want to take him out?
I'm grateful, I feel fulfilled, you know, because I never expected it, but you know, God gave me the victory.
My university accommodation has no water whatsoever. Do you know the things I've had to do this morning? I had to brush my teeth with bottled water.
My name is Tommy Watt and I'm generally known for my comedic content on TikTok.
Just a kid, 16 years old, left home, moved to the UK alone, barely speak English, and not even a penny in my pocket. Most people would have said I was destined to struggle. And honestly, for a while I believed them. I felt invisible, like a shadow in a big city that did not even know my name. But here's the twist. Henry Ford once said, if you think you can, or you think you can't, you are probably right. That quote stuck with me, echoing in my mind every time I felt giving up.
So we was putting on events for young people and was getting a massive turnout, getting between 300 to 400, 400 to 500 young people. So a lot of organizations started contacting us to say, you know what, could you recruit for our project? Could you help us with our event, with our facilitation? It could be simply just engaging with young people and making them aware of the different services or products that are happening. It hasn't been easy.
What if I told you that people don't buy what you do, they buy while you do it?
What an amazing day we're having so far. So many gems, but my main gem so far is the importance of being visible.
It says, you know, if this wasn't open, like they wish it was open 5 days a week because it's just something for them to do. This literally allows them to do so much things, activities that they don't do, allows them.
All right, so those are some snippets of some of the people. Julie, you're saying yes, that
he
Giovanni
had in his most recent event.
Yeah. So have you been to one of these events?
Yeah, I went to the one last year in January. Now he's doing all his events in Birmingham, so I can't go at the moment. But yes, I have been before.
Yeah, and I mean a double mind. You know, these type of events. You think that what kind of impact
double-mindedness goes out the window. You can't, because imagine you're going to a networking event where you're basically selling yourself to people. You can't have a double mind about yourself, because no one's going to buy what you're selling. Whether that's you, whether that's your product, whether that's your brand, whatever it is, you have to speak with confidence. You have to speak with conviction, or they're going to look at you like, oh, okay, but no one's going to take you seriously. And imagine him that's holding the event where he's speaking to, because it's not just Gen Z because he mainly works with Gen Z. It's not just them that come to the event. It's also the people that he has worked for, like the public speakers and the property millionaires, whatever, that come to his events. He also needs to know what he's not talking about, just black and white on paper. He has to believe what he's talking about to even win them over to come to these events.
That's right.
Don't know all the logistics, but I can only assume that it's not easy.
Wow, powerful things. You gonna say something, Henry?
None.
Yep. So look, there you go. So we're going to be hearing more from Giovanni. Hopefully we can get things ironed out and he'll be joining us. But a double mind can definitely make... How many people didn't turn up to one of these events because a double mind got the better of them?
I can only imagine. I think I remember when I went last year.
Yeah.
My gosh, I was so scared at the beginning. I was so nervous because there were some people that I knew there, but like the table I was sitting on and even the after part, it was really nerve-wracking at the beginning. But then you had to realize that fear is always going to be there. Like, people wait, okay, let me wait until I don't have fear anymore. Let me wait until,
Thank you.
Sorry, technical difficulties. Yes, people always like I've spoken to before, or even I think people in general are always like, okay, let me wait till this fear is over. Maybe they won't literally say that or think like that, but they wait for this feeling to go.
Yeah.
But that feeling is never going to go. Even people who are probably experienced in this field or other fields for years, they still get nervous.
Yeah.
They still get scared. So it's about, like you said early on, and it's about going through that fear, not waiting for it to end.
Beautiful. And speaking about fear ending, I've got 5 more symptoms for us to look at. 5 goes. One of them goes like this. For number 5, inconsistent convictions. You change your stance depending on who's around. You agree with one group on Monday and the opposite on Tuesday. I hate that kind of stuff. It's like you put your feet in the ground or not. You know what I'm saying? You can't be changing because of, and there's a difference between like receiving information and being flexible to have your mind change because of that. But you have people that literally will just go, not because of the substance, but because of what sounds popular and everyone else might be going with, you know what I mean? So I think that has to do with character as well. Number 6, starting everything, finishing nothing. You're great at beginnings, but allergic to follow through. You start 5 projects, but none cross the finishing line. I think we've all been guilty of that at some points in our lives.
Yeah.
Yes, Henry?
Yeah, no, there's stuff I've said, that I was meant to finish, but I haven't been finished yet.
Is it? So, and this is the worst thing, is to have these things lingering, Only the Father knows. Number 7, emotional whiplash. Your mood swings with every challenge. Confident when things go right, defeated when they don't. This instability drains focus, joy, and peace. So it's like Jesus is Lord when things are okay, but as soon as something goes bad, Jesus who? It's like, I challenge it. Oh, you, Lord. People complain about God. People complain about people. People complain about family. People complain about all this. People complain, but they're only happy when things are going well. Human beings, we have to be more than that. We need to have a real backbone. We need to have structure. Yes or no?
Yes.
It's like this. Then we have number 8, fear of missing out, FOMO. Yes, I knew you'd look.
As a sense of being double-minded.
Let's have a look. You keep too many options open just in case. In business, relationships, and even spiritual growth, you want everything but commit to nothing.
So it's like you want to be involved in everything. You want to do everything.
You want to do everything. You want to give your life to Jesus, but you know that Jesus doesn't like certain things, so you still choose certain things. So it's like, I remember one of the things that kept me, polarized or stuck in my faith was that I know what Jesus expects from me, but I know I want to do that. So I will stay in this place until something happens, which could be I could die, which I don't want to happen. But it just kept me polarized. I wasn't growing. I wasn't too far in the world into my old life. I was just stuck in this spot, and I felt like if I give my life to Jesus, something was in my head that I'll be missing out. on a certain group, a certain event, a certain sensation, a certain feeling that the secular world could bring to me, and I'll be missing out with Jesus. But then I knew that with Jesus, there's salvation, there's this new life, there's this new birth that exists, but I have to give something up to cross over. So I was stuck. Time was passing and I was stuck. And only when I was like, you know what? If life becomes dry and destitute with no excitement whatsoever, Jesus is Lord. I need that. That's the most important thing. That's what I need. I don't care what I need to suffer, no matter what I go through. Oh, I read in the Bible there's persecution. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. No matter what, I'm choosing this. As soon as I made that decision and I got baptized with that decision in mind, that's where the miracle happened. And it's the most abundant, joyous, best, clear-cut life there is. You know? But I was polarized because of the fear of missing out, of like in whatever I was planning to do in the world.
Yeah.
So I think that's FOMO.
Yeah, literally FOMO calls to me the saying like, can't have your cake and eat it, but in this situation you can't have many cakes and eat it. You can only pick one. It's either that one or the other one.
Yeah. When it comes to faith, it's true. And so it's like that. It's just one of those things. FOMO. Can you imagine? We're talking about spiritual FOMO today. Spiritual FOMO. Number 9, delayed obedience. You say, I'll do it soon, but soon never comes. Delayed obedience, that's like what I was doing. Delayed obedience is still disobedience, and double-mindedness hides behind procrastination. Gosh, this thing is strong, isn't it? It's like this. And and the thing about it is, after we've given our life to Jesus, there is things that Jesus will teach us to obey him. There are new things that we've reached the promised land, but now to survive and bear fruit and prosper in the promised land, God is going to give us new instructions. He's going to, like what you said, we've reached that level of success. Now we're at that mountain. We realize there are bigger mountains to climb, and we have to take it from there. So there's going to be another stage of obedience, which also shapes and develops our character, our intimacy with God, our dependence on God. It doesn't stop, And then we have the final one, delayed obedience. Okay, so we've got that one, yeah? So, peace deficit. You feel mentally exhausted, spiritually anxious, and emotionally unsettled. A made-up mind brings peace. A divided mind brings restlessness. Philippians 4:7, the peace of God will guard your heart and mind. So, for sure, if we're double-minded, whether it's success or whatever we're trying to develop, we're always going to feel restless and unsettled. Even those things that God is telling you to do, and he's telling it solely to you, maybe there's something we need to build, we need to develop, we need to grow, we haven't lifted up a finger to start working on it. Or we haven't continued developing it from where we left off. And God is speaking to us. And he's speaking to us alone. No one else can see. No one else knows. But we know. The feeling of restlessness. It's not nice. It's not nice. And we've been looking at the subject of a double mind. A double mind, how it can rob us or sabotage us on our definition of success. Hey, Henry.
Yes, a double mind is like self-sabotage, because sometimes it limits us to not take actions that we actually were supposed to take. And it's like, instead of doing something that would lead to an eventual outcome, it leads to actually nothing. And then we're speaking about also that leads to regret when you do nothing.
Yeah. And something you said, that it's something that is not just for our pursuit of success journey, but it's something that affects other areas of our life as well, right?
Yeah, it can affect our health, spiritual life, it can affect even simple things like our connection with others, like family and things like that, because we get twisted up in so many options to choose from that we don't take a stance on what we want to do.
Or we waver, right?
Yeah.
Or we change our choices, change our directions based on superficial reasons, It's interesting. So look, we're going to give you right now 10 tools to overcome a double mind. So pay very, very close attention. Switch up the music, please. Here we go. All right, so 10 tools to overcome a double mind. The first one goes like this. 1. This is with faith, psychology, and leadership science. Okay, so just bear that in mind. Okay, so 1, clarify your core values. So when your values are clear, your decisions become simple. Confusion fades when purpose is defined. This is from the APA 2023. People with clear values experience 50% less decision fatigue. Proverbs 4:25-26 says, let your eyes look straight ahead, fix your gaze directly before you. You can't live decisively if your values keep changing. So where do we get our values from? Some people get their values from their family. God help those of us who get our values from social media. People get their values from school, or their values come from their job. But I think it needs to be something more deeper, right?
Yeah.
More deeper than the superficial things that we can experience, or titles that we can acquire from day-to-day life. What do you think?
Yeah, of course. When our core values are tied to something that's, per se, long-lasting, yeah, especially roping in faith, when our core values are tied to faith, and it's like we don't easily get tripped up when something goes wrong, per se. We just, we take it and we move ahead. Instead, when your core values are directed by someone else or something else that per se is a bit like that can shake, it's like then your core values can shake as well.
Drop it like it's hot. Just want to say a huge good morning to Samuel over there, saying Sam connected from Accra. Great to have you with us, Sam. But also another thing about this one about core values, I recently watched this new series with Mike Tyson. It's on Prime. Prime seems to be doing it these days. And you know what was interesting? He had a coach when he was young, in his rough around the edges period of time. He had a coach who gave him core values.
Yes.
But his core values were to become the greatest fighter who ever lived.
Yes.
Those were his values. But then as soon as he was in another environment, those core values couldn't sustain him. Those core values didn't give him faithfulness in a relationship. Those core values didn't give him truth and self-control in another setting. Those core values couldn't help him. So he had someone who gave him core values for one thing, and became the greatest because he committed to it undecisively. Right? He was in there.
Yeah.
But it made him flop everywhere else. And even I love in his documentary, he said I was a monster. He says now I see my mistakes, but you can see that there's still a lot of healing that's going on.
Yeah.
Why? Because of core values. And biblical core values are powerful because it deals with the nature and intent of a human being, which many other things don't. And once you deal with the nature and intent of human beings, that flows into other areas of our life. And so I think, core values is great, and it can help you to have confidence to go forward. Number 2, set decision deadlines. So give yourself a time frame to act. Overthinking breeds anxiety. Deadlines create clarity. Source: Harvard Business Review 2024. Decision deadlines boost follow through by 37%. Ecclesiastes 3:1 says, "To everything there is a season, a time for every purpose under heaven." Delayed clarity is still confusion. What are your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, like when you don't have a time frame for something, it's like it's not set in stone. You're not gonna find the time to do something unless it's actually like concrete, unless it's actually like, okay, this has to be done in this amount of time. Then you give yourself the chance to even like learn and make mistakes. Whereas if you when it's up in the cloud, it's like that's when you have the situation where you could do something one day, but then the next day you couldn't, because it's not really time frame based.
It's not time. So it's not tangible, right?
Yeah.
If you don't set a firm decision or a deadline or something, it's not really tangible, because like you're saying, our feelings can change.
Yeah.
Right. You know what? I'm gonna do the allotment today. I'm gonna do the allotment, but you don't set a time, and you don't feel like it when you come back from work. I'm using the allotment as an example because that's a recent situation I had, right? Because I do gardening.
Yeah.
But the moment you say, "No, I'm going on Wednesday," regardless of how you feel, you need to commit to that decision, to that time frame.
Yeah.
So definitely set a decision deadline. It has a whole different type of energy. How many things have we rushed on and supernaturally got them done because we had a deadline?
It's true.
But if there was no deadline, it would just be passively going through time, and time would pass, and would feel bad for not getting things done.
Yeah.
Strong things. All right. Number 3, simplify your choices. Too many options can cause paralysis. Limit choice to what aligns with your priorities and peace. This is from Columbia University, Yenga 2023. Reducing options improves satisfaction by 40%. Matthew 6:24 says, "No one can serve two masters. When you chase everything, you commit to nothing." What are your thoughts, dude?
That's a huge thing. Commitment is a huge thing. Like you're saying, when you don't commit yourself to anything, you're not going to put your time, your effort into it. So if you're not really committed, and it's like it's really not gonna be. It can't be actually established.
Dude, wow. You know what this means? Because maybe there's some things that you should have finalized by now, and it hasn't been done yet. So there are many things that you still got to finalize, because new things keep getting added.
True.
We need to probably stop, take a breath, and say, you know what, I'm only going to focus on this and this now, because so many things, time's passing and nothing is being concluded because there's too many things. The time's passing anyway. So even if you was to have just chose one or two of them initially to focus on, at least you would have had something done.
That's true, yeah, because life always throws another hurdle.
Right? So guys, there we have it. We've got a few more, but we've run out of time on the show. We have 4, write down a vision. 5, take small immediate action. 6, replace doubt with faith declarations. 7, seek wise counsel, not endless opinions. 8, stay spiritually consistent. And 9, hold yourself accountable. And finally 10, practice gratitude and reflection. I'm going to make these into slides with the comments and a quick summary brief, and I'm going to make sure I share it inside our Breakfast Show Telegram. Guys, this has been our show today. The time has gone so quickly. I'm sorry we didn't get Giovanni here today, but life does happen. But I'm glad that whatever has happened today, you have been with us, and we've learned not to be given into a double mind. But let's go out there and make a decision. Let's be the change that we want to see, and for sure, people are going to be blessed and added to by what God uses us to create and do. All right. I'm your host, Robert Ashitey. We've had Henry here today. My man, it's been great having you here, man.
Thank you. Good to be here.
I like you being here on the Table Justice, man. You're cool. You're cool, dude.
Thank you.
Colossus, you've been an awesome man of sound.
Yes, thank you.
All right, guys, and if you would like me to prepare these slides and to send it to you afterwards, definitely message us on our WhatsApp line. Just say, Rob, please send to me. +44 75 79 79 6845. +44 75 79 79 6845. That's a Breakfast Show WhatsApp line using the WhatsApp platform. Okay, guys, make sure you do that, and just simply say, Robert, send me those slides. Send me the slides of the 10 things to do to overcome a double mind. And I might, if you request symptoms, you want a list of symptoms, I will share that with you as well. All right, if you ask for it. But other than that, it's going to be the 10 things to overcome double mind. Other than that, we're done for today. Until next time, a matter of faith coming up at 10 o'clock. Until tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., 8 a.m., breakfast time. Ciao for now. See ya. Bye. Okay, guys, I really hope you enjoyed that show and you actually captured that Breakfast Show vim. We laugh, we joke, we learn, and we equip ourselves for day-to-day life. If you want to see more, guess what? We're actually live with a live chat and a live video feed Monday to Fridays on libertyradio.co.uk from 8 a.m. in the morning. So don't miss a Breakfast Show beat. Like and subscribe if you haven't, and definitely connect online. And I'd like to see you there on the show. Type your name in, communicate on the morning. If you didn't already, we're also on Instagram. Check us out on Official Liberty Radio on Instagram. There's so much happening on that platform. Definitely go check it out. And I'd love to see you there. All right, have a good one.